it is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's recording.
Hey guys, so we're back. We just came out of Pacific Rim, and well, my quick thing, I loved it. Second time around.
It was interesting. Yeah, I would definitely recommend go seeing it in IMAX.
Visuals, just to start off, were really good. ILM, originally behind Star Wars, a lot of other movies, they did a very good job. Well, I mean, seeing as the movie's probably about 75% CGI, I will say the CGI was pretty damn seamless as far as the interchange between scenes that were more live action and more CGI. It was pretty seamless.
It really was. I was pretty blown away by the fact that they were able to make both actual worlds look so perfect, kind of.
I mean, the lighting and everything, just the visual styling was pretty much the same between both.
Tokyo and like Hong Kong looked like they should giant fluorescent lights all over the place, and it didn't actually feel unnatural to have a giant robot roaming through giant cities. Oh my god, there's a monster, we better go find the nearest bunker and try and survive until the army takes it out.
Speaking of that, the world that you're immersed in is pretty damn detailed here. Everything is explained very well. Everything from the details of why each Jaeger needs 2 pilots to the origins of the kaiju, everything gets explained to you in enough detail that you're not so much bored by it, but you're still informed enough to not be confused by the movie.
I was actually quite surprised. I thought they would be able to actually tie in everything quite as well as they did. The details were actually really relevant. Like, every time someone said something, except for a couple of segments, which you will notice that they did drag on a couple segments of information that really wasn't needed, but the parts that were explaining the actual physics and stuff behind the movie, really, really good. So I was impressed there.
Next up, the story and characters. He will complain a little bit more about the story than I will, but let's just start off saying it was refreshingly simple. There wasn't too much going on. There was no annoying subplots, which I usually love to complain about.
Except for that bullshit love story.
No, there wasn't a lot. That aside, characters. There was actually a surprisingly low amount of characters here.
Which was a good thing.
And most of the characters you care about. For example, the scientist, the tech room guy, the marshal.
The scientists are freaking awesome.
Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Just phenomenal. That and Ron Pellerman, aka Hellboy, aka Lord Hood. Enough said about him.
Yeah. Those scientist guys, they literally probably made the movie for me. I felt
well, aside from the giant ass robots. Well, speaking of giant ass robots, here's where we get to the main part of the movie, the battles. First you have kaijus, classic Japanese tradition of kaijus, giant ass monsters, and something more familiar to Western audiences through anime, mechs. In this movie called...
If you are into anime,
Yes.
Evangelion. This will remind you heavily of Evangelion.
Jaegers built to combat kaiju. These things are freaking amazing pieces of machinery in this movie. The universe they create really makes you believe that these things are real and could work.
The level of detail actually put into each machine was actually crazy. Like, every single pilot and every single machine, you could see the connection. When a couple of really beefy guys walk on screen, their Jaeger, or there is going to be freaking tank. Nothing but giant fists used to beat the shit out of things. Like, they made sense for the pilots.
And each one was unique. You could always tell which Jaeger was which. There wasn't just a confusion like there is in movies like Transformer. Everything was unique and visually
appealing.
Visually appealing and visually differentiated, along with the kaiju, which it wasn't all just one look-alike monster. Each one had its own unique look.
Granted, some of the heads started to...
That was more just a coloration thing.
Yeah, I get it.
But, I mean, just the visual shape of them, distinct.
Very. The Japanese, like the triplets in the movie, I'm pretty sure that's in the movie.
Chinese.
Chinese.
Crimson Typhoon.
Crimson Typhoon. They had like this crazy red and gold. It was 3 hands instead of 2, just totally separate and unique from the others. So
I don't want to spoil too much, but we both want to see more thundercloud formation.
Okay. That's something that I really have to gripe. They literally took some of the craziest detailed machines and had them fight for like 10 seconds. It pissed me off. I really wanted to see more of the kick-assness from that the other two Jaegers really brought in. Overall, subplots and the last thing that
Characters, lack of subplots, good things.
The detail was good, but I wish they went into more details with the actual characters. He may love the characters, and I love the number of characters that there were. The small number actually made you almost
care a little more.
Almost care. I didn't really get too invested in the characters who were just
I've also
thrown
seen
at
it
you.
twice, so maybe it's a little different.
Yeah. But it was really hard to actually sympathize with a few of the characters just because they're kind of like thrown in your face and then you're expected to feel sorry for them and feel emotion.
Anyways, yeah.
Overall, I don't think we actually decided on a score.
So let's get to kind of our final little wrap-up of this review. In the end, we really liked this movie. It was fun to watch.
Entertainment value
hell.
is really what it is. If you like movies like G.I. Joe and stuff, where
it's more than that. One of the biggest things for me is that it creates a possibility for a really deep universe to be created around it.
The detail in it was really good. It wasn't as thrown in your face as G.I. Joe.
Guillermo del Toro did a fantastic job.
At the end of the day, it is really entertainment. You're not going there so much for the story.
No one's getting an Academy Award out of this, although Curtis Elba did do a freaking good job.
We are canceling the apocalypse.
We are canceling the apocalypse.
Today we are canceling the apocalypse!
There were some corny moments and stuff. Entertainment value, you definitely are going to get your money's worth. Crazy amounts.
Let's go our ratings. Me, I freaking love this movie. I may be overlooking some of the negatives, but honestly, for what it is, an extremely entertaining, fun movie that does create the possibility for a ridiculously good franchise, I'm just giving it a 9 out of 10. I don't care what he says, it gets a 9 out of 10, which is going to be the official review because it's my channel.
Yeah, okay, he gets the 9 out of 10. In my opinion, it's not a 9 out of 10. There were some parts that I felt really dragged on, but personally, my score would be a 7 out of 10. It was a really fun movie to watch, but it wasn't anything crazy special, so
I don't know. I guess you get an average of 8 out of 10 out of it, which is still damn good.
Yeah, it was definitely an entertainment value.
So, what do you guys think of Pacific Rim? What do you guys want to see me review next? Leave it down in the comment section. Otherwise, like, favorite, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. See ya.
Bye. It was